Hey everybody, welcome in. This is a pick a card reading for you guys. Thank you for the great questions. Thank you to everybody who sent me questions about what you wanted to know. The question I'm asking, I'll just for those of you new to the channel, hey girl, hey. For those of you new, pick a card readings are maybe more than the others, you and me together, okay? Because you're choosing which of these cards. The question today is, what's my best path forward right now, okay? That's what we want to look at. So with any of the readings on the channel, I'm tapping into a storyline. I'm tapping into an intuitive channel of information back to you. In these readings, you're choosing actively, you're looking at group A, group B, group C, and just which one intuitively calls to you. Don't be overthinking it. This is not a cerebral exercise, okay? So, as you're just sort of taking a deep breath here, let your eyes go a little soft. Like I said, group A, group B, and group C. Which one just like kind of ping? For those of you interested, I'm going to be doing a group meditation tomorrow live, Thursday at noon Eastern time on the channel. We are going to be in meditation about raising vibration. I'll be doing a reading about what's going on, messages for you, messages for those watching, okay, always my intention. And I will lead you in a little meditation about just putting some protective light around you so that you can still be of service and you can keep your energy flowing in a positive way, raising your vibration and not allowing anything, all the fear stuff to sort of seep into you and drain you. So that's what we want to do. That's tomorrow at noon. I am going to be putting up a bigger meditation. It's called the air meditation, which is really about, opening up your mind for clarity, clearing out things that are blocking your clarity. I'm going to be putting that up today. It will also have within it the little piece about creating a protective bubble. I like a pink bubble, but you can have a golden bubble or whatever you want around you to protect your energy and allow in higher vibration things only and be, sort of blocking any kind of low vibrations from sort of sucking your energy, okay? So we're going to be doing those things. And now, without further ado, we'll continue on with the pick a card reading. So like I said, group A resonating for you, group B, group C. What is the best path forward for me right now? Okay, that's the question you should be asking yourself. So I'm going to move group C and group B off to the side. I've used a bunch of different decks here. I'll show you. This is group A. I'm just going to lay this out and then we'll talk through it, okay? I pulled one of the animal energy cards, Know Your Worth. Know Your Worth. You might want to check out the spiritual journey reading for today. I pulled 3 of these. This is the, where is it here? This is the Soul Coaching deck, another Denise Linn deck. I'm a huge fan of Denise Linn. Shout out to Denise Linn. Wisdom, commitment, healing. Some of you are very, very powerful healers and leaders, and you may not believe in yourself enough yet, okay? I also pulled one of these cards. This is the Health and the Law of Attraction deck. This is an Esther and Jerry Hicks deck. Big fan. Okay, this is interesting. I will never die, but I will withdraw consciousness from this body. Your physical body is a 3D experience that you're having. You as a spiritual being on a physical plane have come here. It's very difficult here. You have come here with all of the previous lifetimes of experience. You've come here with all of that consciousness that you got from all of your previous lives. And now we're going to need it all. all of the information that you guys bring to the table, even stuff that you're like, I don't even know why this is a big deal, or why this skill set, why do I need to do that? You may learn this over the course of the next month or two. Okay, so yes, here's the card underneath is Eight of Cups. So this is really about leaving the comfort of those cups, leaving something that had worked at one time. But you'll notice that it's kind of like at the mouth of a cave, something that is hollowed out. This always reminds me of like a World War II kind of experience where the houses or the buildings were bombed in London and Europe, and just what it looked like. So traveling light, I'm not a good one for that. I always have so much stuff with me, and that's probably something I really need to learn in this lifetime. So Eight of Cups. All right, so you, Four of Swords. We'll talk through this whole thing. Don't worry about it. Situation, Nine of Swords. I feel like this reading might be about for the healers among us. Okay? Healing, phenomenal healing energy flows through every cell in my body. This is definitely people having illness, people having mental illness, spiritual illness, physical illness. These are swords. So this is the idea around illness, the idea of not being able to handle it or not being able to do it. The opportunity here is you're being offered a lot of different ways to help other people. Okay, a lot of different ways. The universe is saying to you, you are a powerful manifester. Three of Wands. How we got here, Page of Cups, where we're going. This reminds me of more kind of communal living. I got the Three of Cups in the spiritual path reading that you might be interested in. This is the new path. This is the recent past. We are already on this new path. So currently you could be dealing with some overwhelming feelings of anxiety, frustration, fear, night terrors. In the bed, this person is ill. They have sort of like a thing around their head. Okay, and these, like I said, these are swords. So this is more of a fear, mental anguish, anxiety situation. And then the cups, the opportunity of the cups and the angels around that, all being offered to you in this new energy, because you're bringing so many gifts to the table. I have a feeling that some of you or a lot of you who are watching this group A who resonated with that, I feel like you're the old souls, not the only old souls, but your old soul experiences are coming here for the purpose of healing. Wisdom, all I truly need is within me. There can be a kind of letting go of a physical world and being offered all this opportunity. Okay, all this opportunity. How we got here, this could be around children too. You could be focusing your healing energy on children. Children that go through difficult times, it imprints them. Okay, so I'll tell you a little story. When my mother passed away, she lived through the Depression. Okay, she had 9 brothers and sisters. There was always food on the table. There was, my grandmother was an Irish immigrant. There was always food on the table. There was always help for neighbors. They did a very good job of helping everybody. This is like bugging me, the little flaily there. And so when she, in her life, had a very good, prosperous life and was able to do this, when we were cleaning out her condo after she passed away, I was going through some books and I came across an envelope of $3,000 in cash. And I was like, what? What is this? And so I called to my brother in the other room and I'm like, hey, Go through the books, because this is what I found. I showed him, and we found 10 or 12 of those envelopes around. And my brother's a banking attorney, and he was like, I'd be the first one to know if the banks were going to fail. Like, she'd be my first phone call, right? She didn't trust that. She didn't trust that. She did not. So she had this preparedness, right? There's a difference between being paranoid and stockpiling and all kinds of stuff and being prepared. There's a big difference. There's a world of difference between those two things. The stockpiling, everything like that, is fear. Preparedness is, okay, how can I get myself ready for whatever's going to happen here, and knowing that there's a lot of abundance that's still to come, that you can create more abundance. And that's the message for you. If you're wanting to fall into this Nine of Swords anxiety place of understanding that the world, the universe is abundantly still giving, that has not changed. None of those things have changed. Okay? Just because we're on this new path, none of those things have changed. And what may change is what it looks like. So, Four of Swords here, there may be a real desire for people to come together more often in communities, in tribes. I've always said to my girlfriends, like, let's buy a house that has a couple of big master bedrooms and has a fenced in backyard for our animals, and everybody, all of us live together. Little golden girlsy, I know, but I've always felt that strong pull to do something like that. To build something, or to get, that kind of feeling, because all of us are going to have different experiences in our life. And at some point, I do feel our society is coming into a place where we need each other. We need help. We need to help each other. And we also need to protect ourselves from too much depletion. That's the spiritual journey reading I did today. You might want to catch that. But you see, these people are alone. All right? Feeling alone. They're feeling alone. They're not alone. They're not alone. You are not alone. That's what the universe wants to say to you. You are not alone in this. We are all on this journey together. We are all going to help each other. And you likely are going to be at the forefront of something like that. Okay? Because this is the underneath card. You're already on this path. This is the recent past. You're already doing it. Okay? So likely your job is going to be about helping others on this, helping others understand that there is still abundance and joy and love and peace and kindness and all of those things. That's going to be part of your mission if you're watching this and you chose this thing. Okay? So I'm going to keep going. If you want to keep going on with this, this is Group A. Okay? So next up, Group B. All right, Group B, let's check you out. So I pulled, oh, isn't that interesting? Beaver Spirit, laying a solid foundation. Laying a good and solid foundation. I said good for a reason. That's a 6 card. That's a Lover's card. Laying a good foundation here. Oh, interesting. Oh, look at this. Enthusiasm. Embracing. Abundance. All my needs are met above and beyond my greatest expectations. So as we're going through a time period where people are hoarding and people are losing jobs, companies are closing, things are shutting down, this is a reminder to you that things are just in change, in shift, in flux, okay? To not get stuck on holding on to the old, but building a solid foundation for the new. So for some of you, if you're home, right, you could be building a YouTube channel, just saying, okay? There's some building an online business, building something that is going to be yours. Okay, you could go to Fiverr, you could go to things like that, Indeed, where you're getting gig jobs and stuff like that, which you're probably already doing. But this is about creating your own abundance, all right? Creating a different body story can create a different body. That's very interesting. You are the only one who creates your experience, no one else. Everything that comes to you comes by the power of your thought. Again, this is all about manifesting. If there are changes you would like to make, it will be of great value to begin telling a different story. Not only about your body, but about all subjects that have been troubling to you. As you begin to positively focus, getting to feel so good about so many subjects, you will begin to feel the power that creates worlds flowing through you. Isn't that great? So there's a lot of manifestation energy in this reading. Okay, card that's underneath, King of Wands. This is an entrepreneur. Absolutely. Someone who's inspired, inspiring. First card, Five of Swords. Feeling manipulated? Are ya? Uh-huh. Feeling like things are going on in your life that you'd prefer weren't there. The universe is trying to help you bridge two worlds right now. Okay? Check this out. This is the opportunity. Do you want to be happy? You could be doing something very different than you are right now. I feel like there's something that you could be growing. Look at this, and telling yourself a different story about who you are and what you have to offer people and what you want to do. You might be telling yourself a story that I don't have anything worth sharing, or I don't, what do you mean having my own business? I'm always going to be a corporate drone. I'm always going to be in this place. I'm always going to be, doing what I'm doing, and I don't like doing it. A lot of people love their corporate jobs, but I'm feeling like this is about being an entrepreneur. Okay. The universe is saying to you that you are, if you are feeling stuck, you got yourself there, which you know, and it's time to take responsibility for that. And there is real joy in where you want to go. Okay, so we're gonna get some clarity around this, because I'm seeing this that come up a lot. Five of Swords and Five of Pentacles, 2 5 cards about change. I do feel like you have someone in your life, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, a fire sign, or a Capricorn, who you might have a good rapport with. This could be somebody who, the universe is trying to get you together with this person. The universe is trying to build your foundation with this person. Okay? Enthusiasm, embracing this. You could be, I'm going to get some clarity around these fives. I don't like that very much. Okay? This person I feel like you've already met. You already know there's a possibility for happiness here. You could be somebody, you could be just getting into relationship with this person, and things are starting to kind of go to hell with with itself around you. And I mean that in a like a fear is starting to take hold here. So give me clarity around this Five of Swords for you. Ten of Coins. Okay. Feeling manipulated about your money, or your family might have told you that you are worthless, and especially that carries over into your work. That's a terrible message. Five of Pentacles. Clarify the Five of Pentacles for me. Lovers. Your choice. Devil energy, Six of Wands. You can't overcome that. Oh, I like that that card came up for the devil. So the universe is trying to say to you, I feel like this person coming in is showing you that there's better days ahead, or there's better things. I feel like you're making a choice here to stay in poverty when there's tremendous amounts of abundance. I don't feel like you understand your worth or value at all. Okay? And I feel like that's something that is a big lesson for right now. This person is coming on your path to help you see that. Okay? The Five of Swords, you could feel manipulated by a family, or you could feel hamstrung by the messages your family gave you. Or you can have brothers and sisters, or a brother or a sister who is on purpose being very um, negative toward you. Definitely on purpose, giving you some kind of messages that are, you know, that it's like every man for himself. Okay. And that's a twisted, no man is an island. Okay. That is a twisted kind of message to give to somebody that, we have a lot of abundance and you don't, or you're not able to make the abundance. You're not going to be as successful as I am or successful as the family has been. And I feel like that has drawn you down a path where you might be manipulative to others because you feel like, there's this scarcity mentality of, well, if I don't scratch and fight and claw, right, for money or something like that, then that's not really correct. Or that's not really a good living or something like that. Like you're doing something that makes you feel like you're manipulating other people. I think that's going to be over though. I think that's literally going to be done. So if you're in a job right now that you feel like you're trapped in, I feel like that's going to be done for you, gone. And I feel like the universe is trying to bring in something new that's going to make you much happier. That's going to shed your beliefs about yourself that you're not allowed to make a lot of money. That's a lie. That's a lie. Whether it come from your family or not, I mean, this is the card of family, so that's why I'm saying that to you. But it could come from any kind of environmental. You're just, you know what? You are somebody who has a different idea. Could be a writer. You could be a creative. Okay, you're definitely an entrepreneur. That is something that is kind of frowned upon, maybe in your family or your circles. You're getting something new. Create your own family. Damn right. Damn right. Okay. I want to also get let's see here. Um this one wanted to jump out. Five of Pentacles again. What is bring it? What's this? Five of Wands. Nine of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so Four of Wands. Knight of Cups. So if you end up losing a job or feeling like this, if you end up like down in the mud with a lot of competitors, feeling like you're never gonna, get out of this, feeling like you're trapped in a job or a career that isn't serving you, what's going on in the world right now will sweep away that job that isn't working for you. If you I feel like that's going to happen anyway. But hang on one second. But I can hear you asking me questions. But the entrepreneurship, something that you have an idea about is a good idea. Okay. And Ace of Pentacles, Four of Wands coming in. So it's surprisingly, you'll create your own family. That might be people who need to be ejected from your life. You'll create your own family. You'll create your own situation. Knight of Cups. There could be a partner, Capricorn, Sag, Aries, Leo, likely. Someone who is also like in your level of entrepreneurship. You don't really think you have this, but you do. All right, Lovers and Two of Cups. This person is likely already in your life, 2 to 10 months, or they're already in your life, and the universe is trying to bring you together right now. Okay. This is a decision that you're going to need to make to walk away from an old career or an old way of life or an old belief system that has kept you down, kept you away from abundance. And the thing that's interesting to me here too is look at these two cards around it: enthusiasm and embracing. I embrace and love all of my life. I celebrate everything in my life in limitless joy. Okay, that's not how you're living right now. And it is an opportunity that you will live like that. Do it now. Do that first. Do that. You're going to need to, because what you see on the outside is because of what's on the inside. And so what you're going to need to do is change the inside of you the outside will change. And I feel like you might have been holding on to this old life because you didn't really, that was the messages you were getting. You didn't really know. So now I'm telling you that there's something better for you here, but you're going to have to let go of some old belief systems that your family might have implanted in you. And this is a mission of, it is laying a solid foundation for abundance, but it's also about creating a different story about yourself. Okay? Yeah, I'm a loser. I'm somebody who, I don't even like saying that out loud. I'm somebody who doesn't know how to make money. Whatever the story is you're telling yourself, that's the thing that needs to change first. And then this will all come in, regardless of what's going on in the world, because this is on your path. And you might just feel trapped right now. You might feel not deserving or something like that. These are the things that need to change right now so that that stuff can come in. Okay? So I'm going to keep going with this. We'll see where we go. I'm going to look at you in the near future, what's coming right up for you, the outcome of this. And I will also, what did I say I was going to do? The path forward, your best choices, your best information on moving forward. Okay? All right. Link is below for you. This is Group B. I'll see you over there. All right, Group C, you're up. You're up, my darling. So here we go. Here we go. Squirrel spirit, believe in yourself. This has been a common thread throughout these readings, has been about no matter what other people are telling you, no matter what other people have told you, or no matter what you believe, the mindset that you don't have value or something like that is the thing that's being upended right now. Okay, I talked a little bit in the spiritual reading today, in the twin flame reading today, about the arts and different things that our culture has kind of been like, why are you going to school to play the cello? That's not going to get you a paycheck, kind of a thing. Now in Italy, when everybody's confined to their homes and stuff, the opera singers come out onto their balconies and they serenade their neighborhoods, and the uplifting nature of music. That's in the twin flame reading. I'm getting totally goosebumps on this one. It's like, if you've been told you're not valuable, there's a thing here that upend that idea, okay? Because we're upending that idea all over the world right now. Fulfillment, beauty, pleasure. So you could be somebody who really wants to have a career as a model, a career or a lifetime of pleasure and fulfillment in a very beautiful setting. You might want to be a gardener. You might want to be a painter. You might want to be some kind of creative outlet that gives you a tremendous amount of pleasure. I am deeply and profoundly beautiful. This is about you realigning with your true nature, your true self, in one of beauty and fulfillment and pleasure. Fulfillment, joy abounds in all areas of my life. It's about manifesting these things. Comes from the inside first, right? Where's Rose? There's Rose. And this card comes from, I don't have it here. Oh, darn. Very neat deck. It is an Esther Hicks deck. When I want it and allow it, I create it. That's the key, allowing it. You may want it, but if you don't believe you deserve it, or if you think that it's stupid or frivolous, or you were told it was stupid or frivolous to practice cello, or to want to be an influencer on YouTube, whatever it is, right? If you were told it was stupid and frivolous, I got news for you. It's not. It's not. Okay? When I want it and allow it, you have to allow it. That's the biggest measure here. It won't come to you if you don't allow it. Okay? The two factors required in the creation of anything are the ability to want it and allow it, or desire it and believe. Usually once people have focused upon problems enough that they have disallowed their well-being and they're seriously ill, that's when they turn their undivided attention to the illness, thus perpetuating it more. I just love this deck so much. sometimes doctors can influence your belief in wellness if they have a process or a remedy that they believe will help you. In that case, the two factors that bring about your healing are the same: desire and belief. So, I mean, they're talking about health and wellness, but this can also, I mean, health and wellness are everything, right? Can flow into abundance, can flow into your work, your career. I have a feeling here that you want to choose something that your family might feel is frivolous or something like that, okay? So under the card underneath, Hermit, you might want to be an influencer on YouTube, like I said, in terms of maybe you're reading tarot on YouTube. So the Hermit underneath is the wise counselor, the guide, okay? Here's you, Queen of Pentacles. You have no idea how much your value is. All right, Cancerian, moving forward. That's the situation. What's going on here? You might be lying about your path. Devil energy at the top. We had that in another of the readings, I think group B. At the bottom, Ace of Pentacles. And we'll get into all of this stuff. Wow. Wow. Recent past healing. So this, within this year, because this is the timing, okay, and this is a winter card. We're coming out of winter tomorrow. Vernal equinox is March 19th. So within 1 year from today, you are going to be through a healing process that is going to help you see that you have a lot of worth and value, that you can move forward based on what you really feel. Okay? The opportunity here is to be a little sneaky. Just saying. But you are, look at you. You are the guru, the master, the leader, Aries energy there, Virgo energy. So Aries is about action. Aries takes action, right? First house. This is about you. This is about you. I do recommend you look in your astrology chart for North Node, because this feels to me like this is about you healing something, moving forward. The Seven of Swords here is a very interesting card in this reading, because everything else, you got massively important cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of the 7 cards. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 out of the 8 cards are major arcana cards. That means this is a big shift in your life. Why is the 7 here? Why is the 7 of Swords here? 9 of Wands, sneaking away from the past baggage. Yes, Ace of Cups, brand new. 7 of Wands. You're going to have to, more 7s. Okay, you're going to have to push back on people. Okay, so there's all this baggage, and you're like a warrior. You're like wanting to move forward. You may feel like you have to sneak, but you're the emperor to take action. You might have also, some of you may have a narcissistic family or partner, because this is here. All right, you may be in an abusive relationship, family members, whatever it is. It's time to get away from that. You have healed already, or you are healing right now from this. Okay, and that's why the new thing is coming in. Okay, so there is kind of a badge of honor feeling here for you in terms of this new beginning. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. All right, in the extended, I'm going to look at Virgo, Aries, Cancer, Aquarius, Capricorn. But you're going to have to stand up for yourself, and you're going to have to do the work and all of that. I don't think that bothers you at all. But I think you are going to have to walk away from somebody who is maybe lying to you, or maybe talking about you in a way that's cutting you down. Could be a friend, could be a lover, could be a family member. Somebody is trying to cut you down. And I will say, as another person who's dealt with this experience, I'm just going to say it to you. Most of the time, it's because they have a fragile ego. So if you're a younger sibling of somebody who's constantly cutting you down, All right. And it's uneven because sometimes they might be okay to you. So you're like, well, they don't always do that. That's definitely a trait of an abusive relationship. If you know how you know dysfunction? Because you're never sure what you're going to get. Okay. When you go toward this person, when you have a phone call or you have a dinner or something like that with this person or persons, never sure what's going to come out. Never sure. You may feel like you know this person pretty well, but they will do whatever is necessary, even lie to you to undercut your capability, to undercut your belief in yourself, especially if you're doing something that society may feel is, I don't know what the word for that is. It's like, get a real job. Do you know how much I heard that from my own family when I'm doing this? A lot. And you know what? First of all, this is the best life. Okay? I'm a huge advocate for this. Number two, it just comes from my soul, right? It comes from my mission is, you've heard this before, eighth house. My mission is about revealing hidden knowledge, communicating that. That's why this works for me, because it's on point with my mission. So you might already be following your mission, okay? Because you have the healing energy here. But your issue here is there's still other people in your life that are trying to upend you, trying to make you doubt yourself. No, 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 no. So you might have to defend yourself. Look at these two cards. The Nine of Wands and the Seven of Wands, I always think are very similar. You may have to defend yourself. The Seven of Wands, though, the Six of Wands are down there. Someone who is trying to knock you off your pedestal. The Nine of Wands is sort of like defending your honor, defending, and could be to your detriment. This Nine of Wands, that you're holding on to this belief system or this, I've survived kind of a thing. Whenever you hold on to that, and I have a friend who held on to being a breast cancer survivor, and that was her identity. She didn't align herself with the healing part of it. She was a survivor. It was all about like the cancer, and she talked about that all the time. And I'm like, move forward, move into the healing. I did say that once, didn't hear me, and she got it again. It just like kept coming back because that's what she's talking about. It kept coming back. That's an Esther Hicks phraseology right there. Whatever you keep talking about is coming to you. Okay? So in this way, you need to sow the seeds of what you do want. Right? Seven of Pentacles, sow those seeds and walk away from the stuff that doesn't work for you. And that might be very scary because you may be walking away from a family. You may be walking away from a situation, from a friend or from a lover or from a husband or a wife. And that might be very scary right now, okay? Like I said, I'm going to look at if you're dealing with a Virgo, an Aries, a Cancerian. There's the Cancer again. Star card. That's why I always say Cancerian instead of just calling it Cancer, right? I'm talking about the energy of that zodiac sign. And by the way, it's love and mother and all those kinds of things. So I want to give it a positive feel, right? Capricorn. Sometimes I'm like, but you know what? There's some positives to this. You may have learned hard work in your family. You may have learned how to put in effort. Okay, but now it's too much. Now you're putting in too much effort, or you're putting in, you're holding on to these things too long. This has created wisdom in your life, however. A lot of wisdom. Okay? So I'm going to continue on. If you want to continue on, see where we go. I'm going to look at where we're going here, get you some advice. I will look at, like I said, Virgo, Aries, Cancerian, Aquarius, Capricorn in the extended. Okay? So link is below for you. See you over there.